What's up, Capoeira Nation? Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for every single of you who are listening to this Capoeira podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, if you are tuning in right now and if you are listening to this episode, please, 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 I know you're watching or I know you're listening. Okay, I know you're following me on Instagram. So please give me a subscribe on YouTube. I'm trying to get to the 100 subscribers. I know it's a tiny bit, but slowly we can grow together, and slowly I can grow even bigger. The more I grow, that means more information for you. So soon, very very soon, I don't know when, I'm going to start giving away some capoeira gear. Could be a capoeira hat, could be a capoeira shirt, could be a capoeira something. Okay, so please, capoeira sticker, if you like stickers, please give me a subscribe. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Listen to this episode. It's going to be fun. It's always fun with the Capoeira Experience podcast. Thank you so much. Let's roll. What's up, Capoeira Nation? Welcome back to the Capoeira Experience podcast. Thank you so much to listening to every single episode, supporting the podcast by listening as a big motivation, because I know there's a lot of people listening. I think we're really close to 1,000 downloads per month, so that's
Wow.
super cool. I'm really happy for that, and I hope everybody's getting some motivation, learning a lot through the podcast, and helping each other. That's the main goal with this podcast. And today I got a huge pleasure, huge pleasure to bring back another old friend, Professor Espiritu. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, man.
Everything good? Everything good?
Yeah, great to be back. Good to be
Yes,
back.
yes, we're really happy to have you back. How was everything around there with the pandemic, especially with Chile?
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, but we're resilient. We're adapting, and we're happy to have the opportunity to train,
For
whether it's
sure.
with a mask on or without a mask or with, 5 feet apart from each other, but we can train.
Yeah,
But every day is different. We don't know if our government's gonna restrict the rules again. So because our numbers are it's a big bike, it's like it's getting
yeah,
up. So that's really unfortunate.
yeah,
So fingers crossed. But apart from that, everything is great. I People are coming to the training, and I say to them, okay, make every training count. Whether it's with the kids or with the adults, make every training count. Like I
oh
said
yeah,
before, we don't know what's going to happen next. So
100%.
yeah,
And you said the numbers are going back up?
yeah. Especially in my area where I live, in my city, we used to have really low numbers, but the last couple of weeks there was a lot of people infected with the COVID,
Wow.
and that's really unfortunate. So
Yeah.
next week our government's gonna come with some new rules,
Okay.
maybe restricted rules. So yeah,
Yeah.
we don't know what they're going to say, but yeah,
Hopefully that doesn't affect your classes or capoeira.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. And do you go online? Have you been doing online too, or in person?
No,
How?
not anymore, because when we had those a little bit of that lockdown, there was a big booming in the capoeira community doing online classes.
Yeah.
Not only capoeira but also with other sports as well.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, maybe I should do it, but I was like, but then again, why not? What I have to
Yeah.
lose? So yeah, I did some online classes. Was back in March till I think March, April, and May. We did some online classes. It was really really fun to do, really successful,
Nice.
and because we couldn't train outside, so we had to stay in. So
Yeah.
yeah, then the online class was really handy. But then the government gave us, the leeway just to go outside, and then okay, then we trained outside in the park, but we had to register as well. that we
Yeah.
can and fill out some forms and took a lot of measurements, but we could train outside, and only did the Zoom classes when it was a rainy day,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then after we yeah, then the government came again. Okay, let's loosen up the rules because it's going well,
Yeah.
so you can train inside now, indoors, and we were like,
Okay.
yeah, so.
Nice.
And then as long as we started to train inside, I didn't take any Zoom classes anymore.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So now we train just fully indoors, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah.
And is pretty much like what you said at the beginning, right? Is sometimes mask on, sometimes not, and all that.
Sorry, come again?
So like with mask on, then if you train indoors and all
Yeah,
that.
well, we are not training with the mask on, but I see some groups in the Netherlands or in general, Capoeira groups, they train with the mask on.
Yeah, yeah,
We don't comply yet, but maybe in the future, we don't know. We don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. It's hard though. It's hard training with mask. I don't know if.
Yeah, are you training with masks?
No. Since all this happened, since we're a very tiny group,
Okay.
from the beginning we were only Zoom, and then
Yeah.
and probably like a month after we
Hmm.
slowly start adding, like we just went to the park and start training
Yeah.
together, and
Oh yeah, yeah,
we went again to the park just to practice, not even like class.
yeah. No.
And from there we were like, like we be hanging out for like a month almost every single
Yeah.
day, and not everybody's fine. So let's come back to class, and
Hmm.
just like I trust my guys, and I trust like
Yeah.
taking care of themselves too. And
Yeah.
right now I'm only once per week online,
Hmm.
and 2 times per week just in person.
Oh yes, yes. Nice.
Yeah, yeah, and but no mask, um at least for now.
Yeah, exactly. Because we don't know what's gonna happen next, of course. So
Yeah, yeah. I keep listening. Somebody told me today that some countries in Europe, some numbers
yeah,
are going back up.
yeah, yeah.
No,
And
man,
that's
that's sad. Yeah,
yeah, that's unfortunate
yeah,
because
yeah. 100%.
we try to do the best thing, but yeah, but there are people, they're just like f that,
Yeah,
and just doing whatever they do, and no social distancing, no, not putting on a mask when you go to run some errands or whatever.
yeah,
They
yeah,
were like just lacking, and sometimes, yeah, sometimes people. That's also think of people in people's nature. If their rules are a little bit vague or try to loosen up, people try to start to get lazy.
yeah. Take advantage of the whole thing, and yeah,
Yeah, and then the numbers going up, and then the government comes with new restricted rules, and everyone's going to complain again. But yeah, but if we
becomes
just
in a
yeah,
cycle. Yeah,
it's exactly, it's just a cycle. So yeah, it's difficult. It's sometimes really difficult, but yeah, it is what it is. It is
yeah.
what it is.
And it's like you said, if people they don't lack, or just like doesn't really matter.
Mm-mm.
If you just follow the rules, it's not that hard just to put a mask on, and if you go to grocery shopping, or you go anywhere, or hang out with people
Yeah,
that you don't know, but
exactly.
but it's not that hard, and then we cannot
No.
be blaming anybody else just because our actions. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we always point fingers.
yeah, yeah,
Always
yeah.
point
Which
fingers.
yeah, which is lame, because we have to
Yeah.
take the responsibility of what we're doing.
Exactly. We have to take responsibility. And I always say, if you're pointing fingers, there are three fingers pointing back to you.
100%. Yeah, yeah, 100%. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
look at
100%.
yourself first,
Yeah,
so but it's a hard thing to do, but oh
yeah,
well.
yeah. It's just complex to put everybody on the same
Yeah.
page.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a little complex, especially the whole country.
Oh man. And the thing
Everybody's
is,
going different directions.
yeah, everybody has his own way of doing things, own meaning, philosophy about the whole COVID stuff. Because this is our first time for the whole world. We don't know how to act or deal with this kind of stuff. So
Yeah, yeah,
that's the hard thing. It's not easy because there's no like, oh, let's do the same like last year. There was no last year. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
it's new. You know,
It's
so
now, yeah,
it's now. So
yeah,
deal with it. You know, so yeah.
yeah. And while you were doing the online classes, do you find
Hmm.
out the how do you deal with passing the energy? Because in capoeira, it's
Yeah,
complicated to to keep
yeah,
that motivation on screen,
exactly. Yeah,
having that screen in front of you. How
yeah.
do you deal?
The first time when I went online, I couldn't figure out how I supposed to do it because I heard about Zoom, I heard about Google Hangouts, and of course you had YouTube. You can also do live things with YouTube.
Yeah,
So I always had two cameras, and one for YouTube and one for Instagram. But the things with YouTube, you cannot interact with your students. You cannot see them. They can see
yeah,
you, but you cannot
yeah,
interact with them. So it was really weird. But the first time was a success, despite that I couldn't see my students. So the next class was on Hangouts.
okay.
So then I saw my students, and you already felt the energy. You know, it was really weird because we were aching to train. You know, and I had some ideas. I made my living room.
So
You froze.
yeah, yeah, we're back. We're back.
Yeah,
And
cool,
so
cool.
there was internet connections issues.
Yeah,
Yes, yes. So it's yeah, you were saying about the the living room, training in the living room and all that.
yeah, train in the living room, and if you start to get the hang of it, you know, you put on some music and you're in your
Yeah,
own confined space, and it was really fun to do. But nothing beats the original physical contact, of course. But
yeah,
we had to do what we had to offer, and sometimes it felt a bit like artificial, if
yeah,
it makes
yeah,
any sense, you know,
yeah.
because you're
Yeah.
not really interacting with you can't say, okay, put your leg more to the back, or you cannot, you couldn't touch, you
See the
cannot, you
whole
know,
thing.
it's,
Yeah,
you cannot micromanaging. It's just like this, you know, and
yeah, yeah.
it has its charms, but I rather has to have the physical, you know, be able
100%, 100%.
to
Yeah.
touch. But then again, we were in the place that it couldn't, so we have to respect it, and just make the best out of it, you know, and be happy that we have the technology
Yeah. Oh
to
yeah.
do
Oh
this
yeah.
kind of things, you know.
Yeah.
But
We can
what,
connect.
yeah, because if this happens, I don't know, 25 years ago, there was no such thing as
Yeah,
easy access to the
capoeira.
internet, and man.
Who even know how capoeira will be like 24 years ago and be like, well, learn
Yeah.
capoeira for the next 6 months.
Exactly,
Yeah.
you know, so yeah.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. And what about the capoeira community around there? Like, I mean, of course, there's um, no events the last what 6 months probably, and,
Yeah, yeah,
and everybody moved push back their bachizado
yeah,
workshops,
yeah.
anything in there. How is the capoeira community reacting around you?
I think pretty much the same as other countries. I think I again, every teacher has his own way of thinking, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and managing their own group,
yeah,
and we respect each other's rules,
yeah, for sure.
because in the beginning, you know, when the pandemic really hits, it was back in February, March. You saw every event, yeah, you saw it pushed back, you know,
Yeah,
canceled this, canceled that, you know, delayed, whatever. And now it starts to come up again. Some little events. Um, I had my event last month for the kids,
okay.
because we're supposed to have our batizado in April, but yeah, due to
Oh man,
COVID,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. So we pushed back to September, and just with one guest, no, two guests, that's it. You know,
okay,
one day, one afternoon, and that's about it. And I see the same thing with other events. Instead of the whole weekend, just 2 or 3 uh, 3 days, just one day.
okay.
And I think every group has their own way of dealing with it, you know,
100%. Yeah, yeah,
or canceling it. Some groups are completely cancel all their events.
yeah,
But some groups are, you know, now not reintroducing their events, but they're in a smaller scale,
yeah,
instead of, you know, having like 20 convidados, professors, just like three,
Yeah,
two,
yeah,
three, you know,
yeah.
it's crazy, but yeah, again, it
It's,
is what it is, you know?
yeah, and like you mentioned at the beginning, we adapt. So we
Yeah, we
have to
adapt. Yeah,
adapt to a situation, and but I've
exactly.
seen a lot of people like, and even like yourself, like uh, uh you guys are getting it done. It's especially for kids. I feel like kids,
Yeah, yeah.
they're not going to understand and be like, well, I still want the core.
Yeah, that's was the thing because when the pandemic hit and when we had to tell them, okay, the batizado, we cannot hold the batizado right now. The older kids they understood it, but the younger kids was like, okay, but can I when I'm gonna get my
Mm.
quota, etc. They were really, yeah, bummed out,
Yeah, yeah,
and
and
but
they lose
yeah,
motivation, and yeah,
yeah, but and you try to keep them motivating. Just come to the
100%.
training.
Yeah,
Time will tell when the next event is coming, and when it's coming, it's going to be a little bit smaller than usual. But it
yeah.
was good enough. And last weekend, I went to another event, a little really small event. I
Okay,
just gave two workshops,
okay.
and
They're in the Netherlands.
yeah, yeah, Netherlands.
Oh,
Yes, it was a
cool.
two
Okay,
hour, yeah, 2 hour drive from my
nice.
place, but it was really worth it. But you see how their group is, dealing with the pandemic there, and there's its own kind of rules confined in their group. So
Yeah,
everyone has his own thing,
yeah,
and we respect each other for that.
yeah.
So and that this is a healthy thing to do right now. So yeah,
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like the whole capoeira community is going through this too, and
yes, yes,
is I mean, like you mentioned before too, like everybody has different ways to think about the
yeah,
virus, and it's
hmm,
just like different thing. You mentioned something really important, which is actually leads to the next topic.
yeah,
Um, I've seen lately, and I think we're going to get to that point of
yeah,
online bachizados. What do you
yeah.
think about all those? You see that coming, or you think we're gonna adapt to the online situation? And of course, that's not gonna substitute what an actually bachizado is. But
Mm-hmm.
again, we adapt to the situation.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
think about it?
Yes, I saw some things on Facebook uh, passing by online batizados,
Okay.
um, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever,
for
step
sure.
on
Yeah,
anybody's toes. But to be honest, I don't like those kind of things,
yeah, yeah, for sure.
uh,
Yeah,
online batizados, because I know where they're coming from,
yeah,
but I'm even the classes, it's really, like I said, artificial, online classes,
yeah,
um, I know we have to deal with our resources what we have right now, but to do online batizados is, for me, is a really big step.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I've seen some clips, some videos, not the whole big picture, so I'm not well, um, I don't know, advised or educated enough to give a full meaning.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what I've seen, I was like, I rather just push back my events and
Yeah.
or just do it on a smaller scale. Because I had the same conversation with my mastery a couple of weeks ago. We with the same topic about online classes. He's really against online classes.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
he's well, not like, okay, you shouldn't do it, but he doesn't like it to do it himself.
Okay, okay. I see
He's
what you mean.
he's
Yeah.
really from physical, but his students does some online class as well.
Yeah.
But we talked about the topic about online batizados. He saw recently, he saw in Brazil that somebody gets his formatura, his master card
Oh, really?
online.
But
Yeah.
how was like which actually was the next question, but
Oh,
let's
sorry.
keep talking about this. No, no, no.
Yeah.
I want to keep listening to what you're saying, but it was like the person received the card,
There
or
was two
how was it?
occasions. He told one story. There was that the quarter was actually delivered by some FedEx
Oh,
company
crazy.
ish.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they held a ceremony in this living room with some of his best friends or family,
Okay.
and or in his gym, whatever. And then they put all the cameras,
Oh
online,
yeah.
and hold the whole speech. And then he give, or his wife or whatever, give the coda to him, and then he was a mastery,
Yeah,
but it was
yeah.
all online.
That's so
That was,
crazy. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's crazy. And that was
Yeah,
one
yeah.
story, and another story was basically the same. Just the coda, the guy made his own master coda, and also on camera, and it put his own coda around his waist,
Yeah, yeah.
and declared himself, agora eu sou mestre,
Yeah, yeah.
so mestre de capoeira,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's it. That's crazy. But I don't want, if I have my formatura
Yeah.
in this crazy time, I don't want to receive my quota in that way online.
100%. Yeah, yeah.
No, just push back, and whenever the time is ready, or we can do the event on a really small scale, I want to have it physically with people around me, and like the normal way, but not
Yeah.
online. I
Yeah.
know it's not my thing.
Yeah, yeah. Because how I see it is like, yeah,
It's
is
too easy.
yeah, is like 50-50, right? Because like, yeah,
Yeah.
is you adapt to the situation, and we can go online with like
Hmm.
the formatura, and then giving the
Yeah.
core to the person, and because at the end of the day you just receiving the core, right, or the title, because you still have the
Hmm.
experience with you, and
Yeah.
you just is just receiving the
Hmm.
how can you call it, the like implement, I guess, if we can call it that,
Yeah. Yeah.
of receiving the core. I
Hmm.
I see that side, but on the
Yeah.
other hand is like, is the best experience of any core, especially mestre, like that's
Yeah.
that's
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 the,
the
that's
core.
the thing, the
Yeah,
big, the big corner.
yeah, yeah, and I mean, just imagine this: you get excited for a core to be instructor, and then you get excited to be professor, and then you get more excited, like, dude, I'm gonna get my mestre cord, corda,
Yeah.
and then but I'm gonna get online, and then you are going to miss the interaction of like people,
Interaction.
everybody
Yes.
screaming,
Yes.
the energy,
Exactly. Yeah.
people
The energy.
crying, yeah,
Hmm.
and the beating about sound, you mestre hugging you, and is I see both sides,
Yeah.
and
Me too. Me too.
yeah,
Again, I'm not diminishing people who does it that way, because maybe
yeah,
it
yeah,
works
for
for
sure.
them in that
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
particular occasion. Maybe they have a really good reason to for it, to do it. But for me personally, I don't think it's uh, it's not my thing,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
to receive. Because can you imagine if you have your formatura finally after so many years, and the pandemic hits, okay,
yeah,
it's out of your way, but then you have to receive your coda online,
yeah,
or
yeah,
on your doorstep with a FedEx thing. Oh, here's your country coda or master coda. Just put it around your waist, put the
yeah,
camera on, say hi, and hello. I'm a master now. So no, man,
yeah,
it's not my
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And
No,
again, it's like it's crazy times, and people, like I said at the beginning, we have to adapt. We are
yeah,
adapting, but some people does it this way, and the other do it their own way.
yeah.
But it's like it's really subjective, because
100%. Yeah,
again,
yeah, for sure.
I'm not diminishing people, or I don't want to try to step on somebody's toes for
Yeah,
no.
yeah, for sure.
I'm not saying it's the wrong way to do. No,
Yeah, yeah,
like I said, maybe it's the right way for them to do at that moment.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know. I'm not there. I wasn't
yeah,
there. So,
yeah, yeah.
but that's
But
my
you
my thought about
specifically,
it.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like any opinion, right? And that's why
Yeah.
that's why I like to talk about it, because
Hmm.
as soon as I saw it, I was like, man, is like, I wonder, is like, at some point, us as a capoeirista, technology is gonna keep growing. Capoeira is
Yeah.
gonna keep adapting. So I wonder,
Hmm.
like, I don't know, here to 10 years, we want Mr. Sosuna wants to come to a bachizado, but he won't be able
Yeah.
to make it, but he can be online.
Yeah.
Just a thought, that crossed to
Yeah.
my mind at the moment. I was like, that's crazy. Like, we actually adapt really, really fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Really fast.
Fast, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean,
That's the thing.
Capoeira to this day is not the same like 25 years ago.
No, 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 no,
Yeah,
no.
and we have technology, and it's just like it's
Exactly.
cool, but
Because
it's just weird. I don't know. It's just
it's, yeah, because how long you been training now?
almost 20 years. In February will be
Yeah,
20 years.
yeah, exactly. So we're roughly around the same age in capoeira.
Yeah,
I'm 20, 23 years, almost
nice,
24 years.
nice.
But it's really was really really different back then. You
Oh yeah,
know,
oh yeah. When
sometimes
YouTube was barely
I
coming around.
exactly. Sometimes I'm joking around with my students. Yeah, in my time when I started capoeira, there was no YouTube. You know.
Well, when you started, there wasn't YouTube. When I started, YouTube like barely started coming out.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's crazy.
yeah, now everything is so connected. Like you can
Yeah,
go YouTube and find anything on YouTube.
exactly. So easy access. You know, and
Yeah,
I don't know what the pandemic's going to give us in the next year,
yeah,
5 years,
yeah.
to the world, or and also in our capoeira community. But we as people, we become resilient. We have to adapt to
100%.
survive.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you just sit in a corner and cry about it and complaining about it, nothing's going to help you.
100%. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just gotta do something.
Yeah, and how hard dog is, and maybe something you won't like it, the way things are going, but we have to we have to adapt.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the
100%.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the
Cause
same to playing in capoeira in a roda capoeira. You know, you have to adapt a song. You have to adapt in
yes,
a roda,
yes, yes.
improvise. You know,
Nice. Yeah, yeah. Good analogy. That's actually pretty good because you even if like sometimes you have to play with or somebody buys the game that you don't want to play with.
exactly. How
You're like,
many occasions you
crap,
have
I
to?
don't want to play with this
Ah,
person.
I don't want to play with him over there. You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then some crazy stuff happen in the roda, and you end up with a person, and then you adapt. You know, like
Yeah,
I'm in the
yeah.
roda now. You know.
Yeah, yeah. And you like, come on, man, I didn't want to play with
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
And then well, you just like end up playing and just move on.
Yeah, just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like there's audiobooks that I usually listen to,
Hmm.
and there's this guy that he said we usually do almost on a daily basis that we do
Yeah.
something that we don't want to do, like or we don't
Oh
like
yeah.
doing, and it's pretty
Uh-huh.
much almost every day. We're always doing stuff that we don't want to do or we don't
Hmm.
like to do. So it's
True.
like adapting to this. We don't want to do it or we don't
Hmm.
like doing it,
Hmm.
but if we adapt, it's going to help us too at some point.
Yes, yes. That's things so great, great philosophy. Great. It's a great thing to do it like that.
Yeah, yeah, because it's man, like I've done class with people from Colombia. I've done
Hmm.
class with people from Curacao. I've done class with uh, Mr. Cordion. I think he
Oh
was
yeah,
in New
nice.
Mexico, I think, or
Yeah.
I don't know if he was in New Mexico or Mexico City. I don't remember, but he was
Hmm.
he was on different city, and
Yeah.
I've never done a class with Mr. Cordion. And then I was with Mr. Cordion like live, and I was like, man,
Wow.
this is really really cool.
Yeah. That for those kind of things, it's really awesome that you can do it
Yeah, yeah.
because it doesn't need any travel expenses or whatever. It's like click online and you have master in your
Just a
class.
click of a button and that's it. You're done. Yeah.
Exactly. Because when I did my online class, I also had one mastery as a guest. I don't know if you know him, Master Perpetuo.
Sounds familiar, but no.
Okay, he's from he stays he lives in Greece. He's under the umbrella Barracão, Capoeira Barracão,
Okay.
under the umbrella from Mestre Ponchaninho, Zé Antonio. But yeah, because he was a guest at our Batizado last year, and now it's like, okay, we got it. We have the online classes now. Do
Yeah.
you want to give her a class? And I said, yeah, no problem. It was just click on a button, and it was there,
Nice.
And all my students went on online. Oh, cool, nice prepared. He's coming again, back again. So then we just, I trained with him,
Yeah.
outside in the yard. It was really fun. It's really
Yeah,
fun.
100%. The thing too that I've noticed is all of us, I think, and if you're listening out there and for two of us,
Hmm.
everybody is super excited to get back to a Hoda. And
Yes,
super
yes,
ready. Is like, man, I miss the
yes,
Hoda so much. I want to play capoeira.
yeah.
Like, come on, virus, go away so we can go play with our
So
friends.
true.
Yeah.
I remember the first time when we had the green light to go back inside and to make a really proper Hoda with the acoustic
Oh,
sound of the beating bows without
man.
losing the sounds of the in the ether.
Yeah.
It was really, really fun, really nice. And everybody was like, "Oh, I miss this so much,
Oh man.
so much."
Yeah.
That feeling, that energy. It was
Yeah. Oh
so
yeah.
much fun.
Traveling, everything, all that.
Yeah,
Everybody is super ready to get back to traveling, hit the
yeah,
road, and
exactly.
training.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to wrap it up, what is the future for your classes? Are you planning on? I mean, of course, we don't know what is happening
Hmm.
with the virus and what is going to happen
Hmm.
with the virus.
Exactly. Yeah.
But what is your plan for the future? Are you planning having like traveling and more classes, or how are you planning?
Well, we're expanding our classes right now because there, how crazy it sounds, in this pandemic, there were we have a lot of new students coming to the
Oh,
classes. I think 4 or 5 new kids,
oh wow.
some couple of adults, 3, 4 new, because people want to train, whether it's capoeira or fitness, or because people want to stay fit,
Yeah,
especially now.
yeah,
And the government are, telling people just go train sports, do some
yeah,
sports, and people are coming to our classes. And so what we're doing now is try to expand our classes. I have some graduados do they teach at other places. I'm just doing the main classes, and some graduados do some kids classes as well. And so we try to expand. There's a lot of, I think there's a lot of new things coming, but we have to keep in mind that we don't know what's coming
yeah, yeah, for
next,
sure.
you
Yeah,
know, because maybe we have all those big plans, but if the government says, "Yo, sorry guys, another lockdown, you have to stay inside for a couple of 3 to 6 weeks," yeah, then we have to adapt again to maybe online classes
yeah, yeah, man. It's just
at
crazy,
square
man.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the what do you think about like beginners classes for, or like online beginners classes, like just the Jenga, basic
Mhm.
kicks and basic dodges? Will you offer those kind of stuff too?
Not right now, but
Oh, okay.
if the time is maybe in the near future, because I there's no much need
Okay.
for
Yeah, yeah,
people around me to train online because we have the opportunity to train with each other,
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah,
and and sometimes I used to do pre-recorded stuff, just some whenever I feel like some pre-recorded beating bow rhythms or just some crazy movement that I just came up with and just
yeah,
pre-recorded it and just throw it in our WhatsApp group, or
yeah.
show it to people. Oh, people, like cool, cool. Or sometimes I just do some hit training for myself. I
Okay.
do a lot of hit training and some calisthenic stuff.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
I encourage people to train those kind of stuff. Because it will benefit you for, I don't know, a proper handstand or whatever. People,
yeah.
oh, hey, cool, cool. I gotta try it out. So maybe I do more those kind of things. And yeah, but really beginners classes, no. But I never say never.
Yeah, yeah,
So
for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're looking
yeah,
good, man. You're training a lot. You're looking
yeah.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want to do something really different besides capoeira. Like I said,
Yes,
I already
100%. Yeah.
um, practiced capoeira for 23, 24 years, and that's the only thing what I did. And I started to pick my interest in other things,
Yeah,
do
for sure. Yeah.
some little fitness, and sometimes with weights or more with my body weight, like a bit kind of calisthenics kind of
Okay.
stuff. And it's more like to maintenance, is to
Yeah,
maintain
yeah,
to stay fit. and
yeah,
and it really helps in combination with capoeira, because since I'm training, like that, it benefits with some basic movements.
yeah. Oh
Ginga
yeah.
alone,
Oh
the
yeah.
stability, or the bananera. I can hold the
100%. Yeah.
bananera really long, and
Yeah.
it helps, you know. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm training occasionally just to help myself and to stay fit and try some new things. I'm really curious, try some new things and maybe to pass on some other training methods
Yeah.
for people or also in my classes, you know. So that's what I've been doing in
Yeah.
these
Well,
crazy times.
yeah. Well, especially like if we keep training, we keep working out. At least now,
Hmm.
here when we turn 50, 60, we're not all broken. Our body's like, no man, I can't do negativa because my knee can't move anymore.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And then I feel that's how I see it. Like if we take care of our body now,
Hmm.
our body's gonna take care of us here like 20 more years.
Exactly
Yeah.
like that. Exactly. So that's yeah, that's really true. That's really
Yeah.
true. That's why I'm working out so much, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
just
fine. It's fine.
to and but not I'm not overkill myself, you know. It's not like I'm not overdoing myself, but
Okay.
you know, I have my family, I have work, I have
Yeah.
capoeira, I have my friends, of course.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
um, whenever I can train, I train. You know, some most times it's like a half hour, 45 minutes, and
Nice.
done. And then I go to capoeira. Sometimes I go earlier to capoeira just to have a one just a half hour for myself and to
Yeah.
train. And then the students come and say, "Hey, man, you're already sweaty, man. Yeah, I've been here like almost an hour. What? You
Yeah.
crazy?"
It's like
Yeah.
just wait. When you get to my age, you're gonna understand.
Yeah.
No, I'm the same. I'm the same. Like, well, I had to like stop because my hip flexors
Yeah.
was a little in pain. But then
Okay. Yeah.
it's funny because I used to work out every day, and then
Hmm.
I stopped working out for like few months,
Yeah.
and probably a little bit more, and my hip flexors started getting weak, and then
Okay.
it was painful, and I was like, "Whoa, what the heck is this?"
Hmm.
I came back to working out like at least like twice or at least once per week,
Yeah.
and then now my hips is getting a little bit back there,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I mean I
Yeah.
can move now, I can kick and can play and all that, and I can
Yeah.
teach. But like the first month, first
Hmm.
couple weeks, it was hard for me to even do Jenga.
I know because I have a really bad hip.
Okay.
I don't know if I told you before in our
No.
first podcast. I have arthritis in my left hip,
Oh
so
wow.
I have
Okay.
no the whole cartilage is just gone.
Wow.
And yeah, yeah. In the beginning, I was diagnosed like in 2016, and it was really hard. It was painful, and I because I started to notice that certain movement I couldn't do anymore, like martels or
Oh
the
man.
squats. Is man, it was really painful.
Yeah.
But fast forward to 2020, that's also one of the reasons that be adapting my workouts to give my to to train differently, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And I also changed my eating pattern
Nice.
and my diet, um, and now it's the pain is gone. You know
Nice. Wow, that's awesome.
I still have it, but I don't have any pain. I can play longer.
Nice, man.
Play.
That's awesome.
I can do other things without having pain. And like 2 3 years ago, it was really bad, and now
Wow.
it's like sometimes it's like, oh man, I'm feeling nothing. You know, I feel nothing.
Wow,
It's
that's awesome.
great.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
because your muscles are more stable,
Yeah,
and
it's more stable now. Yeah,
actually helping the joints and all that. That's awesome. That's
exactly.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And now to wrap it up to finish, as usual, single advice to the capoeira community, to whoever is listening out there. Well, what would be your advice?
My advice is, well, stay safe
Nice,
in this
nice.
crazy, you know, we're living now in a really crazy time, and try to stay positive and try to, well, not try, just follow the rules because you've seen the numbers are going up. So follow the rules. Keep training. Whether it's if we have another lockdown, don't stop moving. Just train
100%.
um, for yourself and try to stay connected with the people you love and do whatever it takes to make yourself happy and people around you.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that's my advice, whether it's about capoeira or in general. Um, do what you love to do and do it with a smile.
Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome. Oh, it was really, really nice to see you again. Thank you so much for actually for reaching out through Instagram, because you were the one that really, hey, let's do it again. And
Yeah,
so
man.
happy to have you anytime. And let's keep the connection, and hope
Yes.
everything goes, all those number goes down, and keep it up, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You too. You
Yes.
too. Take care, and we'll talk to the next, man.
Yes. Thank you so much. Well, for you, it'll be a good night, right?
Come again?
Well, for you, it's a good night now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Almost 9:30. So
Oh, nice. Awesome. Well, man, have a good night. Stay safe and keep
thank
training.
you. Stay safe. Keep training, man.
That's it.
Bye-bye. Ashe.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for getting this far. Remember, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up on Facebook or YouTube. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. This is going to help us and help me to get bigger numbers and bigger subscribers, so we can give more information. Okay, please, if you're listening, I know you're listening, I know you're watching, please give me a subscribe, give me a like. Okay, I know you're watching right here or listening. All right, have an amazing day. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening every single episode, especially the episode we just did. All right, thank you so much. Peace.